that would mean that if someone smokes cannabis and someone uses it without necessarily smoking it, it will give a different
We need
result.
to fresh tissue,
Okay.
so we can collect the leaf directly from the plant and make our
And
analysis.
you intend doing more research on cannabis. What really motivated you?
I don't know if I will do some.
This for
Oh,
medical
okay.
use.
Mm.
We are usually we work in the nucleo, improving the amount of the DNA. Usually that modifies called polyploidy.
Oh, okay.
That has an effect in the plant, improving some medical compound, and also it improve some volatile compound, very useful for medical use.
Mm.
Yeah, so here's the end of an experiment. We're just keeping a kind of backup, DNA backup. Sometimes we need to fresh tissue,
Okay.
so we can collect the leaf directly from the plant and make our analysis.
Oh.
That's why we're keeping that. Usually we work in explant or directly in seeds, and and that's all. This is the way how we grow. There's some, we can control the temperature with the heater,
Okay.
and we use a particular light, very performing for the growth, and that's all. Usually after that stage of the experiment, we would like to try that in cells culture, just for to see better the effect of the compound and with the extract. That is, this is the most ancient plant. It has been propagated. Yeah. Yes, it has been suffering a lot during this summer,
Okay.
and also it has been attacked from some pathogen and the rest. But in any case, it has almost 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's not so good. So, yeah.
But how long do you intend doing this research? How long will it continue?
It depends. Usually, a research like that takes 3 years, 2, 3 years. The first
okay.
stage is improving the molecule or the bioactivity molecule, and then there's the trial directly on the cells, and that's all. And then we collect some data and we study that. He's professor, you can say better than me. Yeah.
No, we try to understand how the new cultivars that we produce will improve the performance of cannabis. So we have a new cultivars, for instance, by doubling the DNA, this is possible version, or by inducing mutations. We induce mutations only random mutations, so to say. And then we started to understand if these mutations produce a new cultivar that has better performance under the sun point of view.
Okay. Yeah, so the research will continue, but do you sometimes get worried when people misuse cannabis for what it's supposed to be used for?
For us, the cannabis is a medical approach.
Okay.
We think that the compound inside of the flower, in a mature flower, can be a very big research for a lot of disease.
Okay.
And that is what we trust in. So we are producing a cure for sick people.
Oh, okay.
And obviously, I know that cannabis has not a good reputation, but that is not based on the evidence of the study. We usually don't smoke, we don't practice that, and that's what we think. Just we are making research, and we are looking for some medical use for sick people. We're doing here, so that's the botanic part and biomedical aspect of the project.
Great.
So we are not producing cannabis for ourselves, and in reality, we foresee to use the cultivars, if they are considered useful, for exactly only for companies who sell for biomedical activity, for medicinal activities.
Oh, okay.
So we are not selling our cannabis outside, to be clear and so on. This is only for In Italy there is strict control of the commerce of cannabis, and as a matter of fact, in Italy we can give our cannabis cultivars only to state institutions.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That then they will be able to understand if they must commercialize it or not.
But you think that in researching cannabis, it comes with some legal binding and some legal stress?
It's already legal in Italy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, medicine can subscribe, extract or flowers of cannabis to the people. It's including a lot of different diseases, especially which one? Yeah, like cure, like it's a very scientifically talking. It's a very promising field, and the new evidence show how cannabis can be a very useful cure for a disease was not a medicine, a good medicine for the moment.
Okay.
So we here just base our knowledge with the published article and the scientific literature. So that's how we approach the studying in that.
Okay.
So we are not lawyer, just we are scientists. So that's our point of view.
Okay, but aside Italy, do you have any research chain across the world, or it's only Italy, or maybe only Europe?
We have some connections with some colleagues of mine in Spain working on the ethnobotanical uses of cannabis in other countries, because cannabis has been used for a lot of time, for thousands of years, everywhere in the world. And my colleagues are mainly in Europe, however. Then we are also in contact with some companies in Netherlands that are interested also in developing new cultivars of cannabis of medical interest. And nowadays the most important medicaments with cannabis used by doctors come from Netherlands, also here in Italy. They are commercialized by institutional companies here in Italy. In Italy, cannabis can be commercialized only by military institutions, strangely.
I see.
No, his name is a strange situation. The name is Istituto Chimico Farmaceutico Militare. That means, translated to English, Chemical Pharmaceutical Institute of the Army, so to say.
Okay.
And its original function was the production of medicaments for the army. And nowadays it doesn't have this function anymore. It has more the function of producing medicaments that are difficult to produce by normal companies. So cannabis is one of these situations. There could be also medicaments that are not particularly economically interesting for some companies. In that case, this institution can produce them. It's a very specific institution in Italy.
Yeah. So, but if in case any of these cannabis happen to leak out of this lab, do you think you face the law or something?
In reality, the problem might be someone break into our room for stealing the flowers of cannabis. But we don't have any flower of cannabis yet. So they could steal some plant possibly, but we cannot exclude absolutely that some you can. There are people that are able to break in a bank, so I suppose it is theoretically possible also to break in here, I suppose. But I don't think probably that the risk that someone would take for stealing a couple of plants would be worth it, the risk. I don't think so.
Okay. So your final words, what will you tell the people, countries that are so scared when it comes to cannabis research or planting them because they fear their citizens may oversmoke it?
Yeah, I know that's that consideration. It's probably the approach of your point of view, personal point of view. Obviously, I know that in the past, even in Italy, has been different. So it has been a very great fight. Nowadays, probably that's something similar that we're living. And but scientifically talking, cannabis do not represent an high risk for the health of the people. Obviously, for scientists, each substance has its own quantity. Even to eat probably 5 kilos of blueberry or tomato, yeah, it's not so healthy for your body. In any case, everything it depends the quantity, and it depends the state of health of the people and all the rest.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's what we think.
So, in other words, you encourage all countries to focus or probably have a research on cannabis.
Of course, of course.
For
Scientifically,
medical
yeah,
uses.
medical uses. No, yeah.
Specifically
No,
on
yeah,
that.
yeah, sorry. Yeah. No, but the evidence in the literature are, there's no doubt that cannabis help to cure some disease.
It's very important diseases.
Yeah, especially.
Don't have many alternatives.
Oh,
Reason
okay.
why it's famous.
Great. But you are a student here, and you intend doing more research on cannabis. What really motivated you?
I don't know if I will do some researches in the future on cannabis, because I'm just a thesis. I'm doing my thesis on here for the university, but it's a branch of the science that I really like. So I hope to keep my mind on this type of researches.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'm
Yeah, but we'll be happy to hear one day that you're a good scientist in cannabis, and you're making good use of cannabis instead of the name that it has attracted.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Thank you so much
You're
for your
welcome,
time.
sir.
And thank you for
Bye,
sharing.
Ghana. I hope to see you soon.
All right.